Faith Creed by E.M. Tiffany. I believe in the future of agriculture with a faith born not of words but of deeds. Achievements won by present and past generations of agriculturalists with a promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy come to us from the struggle of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging, for I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life and hold an inborn fondness for those associations, which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and to think clearly with such knowledge and skills I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturalists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining, in the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so for others as well as myself, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community. In less need for charity and more of it when needed, and that I can exert an influence in my home. Can I move on to the last paragraph? I believe that American agriculture can and will hold strong to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community that will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mesa. We're going to write some notes down and then we'll share some feedback with you, okay? And also, thinking about the creed as a whole, what do you think is the most important line to you and why?
That I can exert an influence so other people know that agriculture is a very important part of America.
Couple pieces of feedback. Our goal is to just give you things that can help. And so I think, you recognized that you got to a line there and weren't exactly sure. And lucky for you, you can go and keep reading over that, and I have faith that you'll make that part of it happen. So we won't focus too much on that because that's something that you can definitely keep practicing, and I think it's in there. But sometimes it starts to leave when we get in front of people, which is a very natural thing to happen. I think you have really a great enunciation, and your speaking voice has good volume. It's a little too fast for a speech quality. Like if you were like reading an audiobook to me, I'd be like, yes, I like it because it's fast and I can get it. But because you're trying to really emphasize what those words mean, because the purpose of creed speaking is the meaning that's behind the words, think about not just memorizing it, but how can I emphasize the words, whether it's slowing down in certain parts or changing the tone up and down in certain parts, or even pausing a little bit in between parts. That can really help us on our end think that this person is almost not just saying the words, but they're giving it time for it to sink in a little bit too. I think when you answered that last question, I think the answer was a good one. You're the first one to talk about that line, but when you answer some of those questions, try to expand it a little bit to how that might look or what you might actually do in response to you believing that that's the most important line. Because for us that don't know you, right, we've not met that I'm aware of before, but it helps us kind of get a picture of who this person is that's just walking in front of us for the first time. But I appreciate you doing this event that is not easy and taking the time to memorize it and deliver it to us. So good work.
Just to kind of echo what Dr. Stevens said, a couple of things I wrote down was just slow down a little bit. It just felt like it was a little rushed at the beginning. And I do that too. When I'm in an interview or when I'm memorizing things, sometimes I just want to get it over with and just say as fast as I can so it can be done. And so more because I've rehearsed it so much that it becomes second nature and I'm just saying it fast. So really work on that pacing. A couple of the things that I liked, at the beginning, you had good pitch up and down, you varied your voice tone, and you also had good facial expressions at the very beginning. And so if you could just continue that through, I know you had that little hiccup that probably messed things up a little bit for you, but if you could just continue that pitch tone up and down and your facial expressions varying those a little bit, I think that would help out a bunch on that, okay? That's what I got for you, okay? So thank you so much.
And I'll go ahead and give you my little comment card since I keep forgetting